This is Michael Falkner, and it's showtime at the August 21st, 2012 edition of the Weekly Podioplex, brought to you by the Chronic Rift. Starting with the box office report, this weekend's rundown kicks off with number 10 and Total Recall, down 5 from 5th. At number 9 is Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dog Days, down 3 from 6th. Coming in at number 8 is Hope Springs, down 4 from 4th. In 7th is new release The Odd Life of Timothy Green, premiering at $10.8 million, which isn't bad for this kind of flick, but also isn't good, since Disney's been promoting this for about a year now. In 6th is The Dark Knight Rises, down 3 from 3rd. Coming in at 5th is new release Sparkle, debuting with $11.6 million. With a decent opening figure, 65% of the audience was above 35 years of age, and 74% was female. The film got an A grade from CinemaScore. In 4th place is The Campaign, slipping 2 spots in the polls from 2nd with $13.1 million and a new total of $51.4 million. In 3rd place is new release Paranorman, taking $14 million. The movie's opening was lower than Coraline's $16.8 million, but it beat The Pirates, Band of Misfits, and it's $11.1 million. In 2nd place is last week's winner, The Bourne Legacy, adding $17.1 million to a total of $69.6 million. And at first this week is new release The Expendables 2, opening with $28.6 million. The original scored $34.8 million on its opening weekend in August of 2010. The movie's audience was 63% male and 65% over the age of 25, and it scored an A- on CinemaScore. Let's close out the box office report with a look at what was winning in years gone by. 5 years ago in 2007, Superbad kept number 1 with $18 million. 10 years ago in 2002, Signs took back first place with $14.3 million, reclaiming the spot in its 4th week in release. 20 years ago in 1992, Unforgiven won the weekend for the 3rd week with $7.7 million. 30 years ago in 1982, E.T. the Extraterrestrial took number 1 again with $6.6 million. This marked the 10th weekend overall at number 1 in 12 weeks in release. And 40 years ago in 1972, Deliverance reclaimed the top spot with $5 million after its 4th week in release. The box office premieres for the week of August 24th are pure adrenaline, and they start with Premium Rush, an action thriller starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Michael Shannon, and Dania Ramirez.
I like to ride. Fixed gear, no brakes. Can't stop. Don't want to either.
We got him.
Wiley, I got a package for you. It's Premium Rush. Don't screw it up. Hello?
Wiley? Hey, Jersey, you want to move your fat ass?
You know how sexy you are when you talk like that? I'll call you when I deliver.
Time is now 5:33.
It must be there by 7 o'clock. It's extremely important.
Always is. Thanks. Have a nice day.
He's got it.
Has anyone seen Wiley?
Hey, that envelope you picked up, I gotta ask for it back.
Yeah, the thing is, once it goes in the bag, it's got to stay in the bag.
It's in your best interest to give me the envelope.
If you don't give over that envelope, you have no idea what's coming for you.
Why'd you have to go and ask for me?
You got involved with some people with real problems. It's life and death.
What's going on?
This situation sucks. I don't want you anywhere near it.
Do you need backup?
You're out of time. Are you negotiating?
Count on it.
Wiley!
In Manhattan, a bike messenger picks up an envelope that attracts the interest of a dirty cop who pursues a cyclist throughout the city. Premium Rush is rated PG-13. The next wide release is called The Apparition, a horror thriller starring Ashley Greene, Sebastian Stan, and Tom Felton.
There is a scientific theory that paranormal events are products of the human mind, and ghosts only exist because we believe in them. A team of researchers set out to prove this theory and create a supernatural entity with their minds.
If we can pull this off, we'll prove that anything supernatural can exist when people believe it.
The experiment was a success.
Where's the flashlight?
What is that? What the hell is that?
Get this thing off!
What happened to her?
We opened the door and it came through.
What does it want from us?
It's like a virus. It knows you're afraid. It spreads from one person to another. It wants to be in our world. It wants us.
Get out of my house!
Once you believe it's real, you die.
I don't believe. It's not real. 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 It's not real.
A couple are haunted by a supernatural presence that is unleashed during a college experiment. The Apparition is rated PG-13. Next up, we have Hit and Run, an action comedy starring Dax Shepard, Kristen Bell, and Bradley Cooper.
You're gonna have a wonderful day today.
Thanks, buddy.
You're so terrible on the eyes. I don't know why I share a bed with you.
Hit me in the nose with a golf club?
I didn't think it would hurt that bad.
Alex, what do you want?
I want my money. That's it, bro.
You got it. We have got to go right now.
Okay, go, baby. Go, 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 go.
What's going on?
I was kind of involved in bank robbery. When I got into witness protection, I knew I wasn't going to be that guy anymore.
You're a bank robber?
I did the getaway driving part.
Zanny's in here. Debbie, I don't need to take it. If you mix it with wine or beer, it sort of supercharges it.
I clocked you at 127 miles per hour.
I'm a U.S. Marshal. I've got someone in witness protection who needs my protection.
Do you think it's safe to say that you shouldn't be driving at NASCAR speeds?
I didn't know what to, I have no idea.
Oh, you no idea.
I buried something that Alex wants.
We were best friends and you betrayed me.
All right, let's go.
Hey, come out here! What are you looking at, bro?
Come on, it's wrong room. Come on.
That's disgusting!
You can't outrun me. What are you doing, Randy?
Nothing!
I look out my window, your ghost riding your van and blasting holes and everything? You gotta be more careful.
Shut the up! I'm sorry, man.
This whole thing happened really fast, and I'm sorry.
Except for completely lying about who you are.
You may have had 3 ways with dudes. I don't know.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You owe me.
What are you talking about?
I was in jail for 8 months.
Oh, you didn't like the gym equipment?
I got in prison because of you. Yeah.
I'm really, really sorry. Was it a black guy?
No, it wasn't a black guy.
Was it a Mexican guy?
No.
Was it one of those white guys?
Charlie?
It was Filipino!
solve your dilemma of a part of the world my ass traveled to?
Former getaway driver Charlie Bronson jeopardizes his witness protection plan identity in order to help his girlfriend get to Los Angeles. The feds and Charlie's former gang chase them on the road. Hit and Run is rated R. The last wide release this week is Samsara, a documentary by Ron Frick. Filmed over a period of 5 years in 25 countries on 5 continents and shot on 70mm film, Samsara transports us to the varied worlds of sacred grounds, disaster zones, industrial complexes, and natural wonders. Samsara is rated PG-13. There are no limited releases this week. Next up, we'll take a look at the home entertainment slate for the week of August 21st, and we start out with new releases on DVD and Blu-ray, and this week we have 2. The first is Bourne, a comedic crime drama starring Jack Black, Shirley MacLaine, and Matthew McConaughey. In small-town Texas, the local mortician strikes up a friendship with a wealthy widow. Although when he kills her, he goes to great lengths to create the illusion that she's alive. Bourne is rated PG-13. The other title is The Dictator, a comedy starring Sacha Baron Cohen, Anna Faris, and Ben Kingsley. This is the heroic story of a dictator who risks his life to ensure that democracy would never come to the country he so lovingly oppressed. The Dictator is rated R. Next, we'll take a look at TV coming to DVD and Blu-ray, and we start with House, Season 8, starring Hugh Laurie and Robert Sean Leonard. 2-time Golden Globe winner Hugh Laurie is back one last time as TV's favorite misanthrope, Dr. Gregory House, in the series' 8th and final season. When House returns to Princeton Plainsboro Teaching Hospital after an unconventional release from his prison sentence, he finds himself under surprising new chain of command and dealing with personnel changes to his staff. Together, House and his new team take on the most baffling medical cases yet and find challenges of both the mind and heart as this television phenomenon comes to a close with these final 22 gripping episodes from this beloved and brilliant show. Next up is NCIS, the complete 9th season from 2011, starring Mark Harmon, Michael Weatherly, and Polly Perrette. NCIS is more than just an action drama. With liberal doses of humor, it's a show that focuses on the sometimes complex and always amusing dynamics of a team of special agents forced to work together in high-stress situations. From murder and espionage to terrorism and stolen submarines, these special agents travel the globe to investigate all crimes with Navy or Marine Corps ties. The next title is NCIS Los Angeles, the 3rd season from 2011, starring Chris O'Donnell, Daniela Roa, and Barrett Foa. NCIS Los Angeles is a drama about the high-stakes world of the Office of Special Projects. The division of NCIS is charged with apprehending dangerous and elusive criminals that pose a threat to the nation's security. By assuming false identities and utilizing the most advanced technology, this team of highly trained agents goes deep undercover, putting their lives on the line in the field to bring down their targets. Next up, we have The Closer, the complete 7th season from 2011, starring Kira Sedgwick and J.K. Simmons. The final season of the critically acclaimed series stars Emmy winner Kira Sedgwick as Deputy Police Chief Brenda Lee Johnson, a top-notch investigator who has put some of Los Angeles' most brutal killers behind bars. With her keen investigative instincts and brilliant interrogation techniques, Brenda often closes her cases by eliciting a confession or cornering a suspect through sometimes questionable methods. Now her career may be on the line as a result of her frequently unorthodox methods, and her tactics are coming under the scrutiny of the LAPD's new chief of police, who's on the verge of announcing an extensive reorganization that could spell the end of major crimes.
When I was a little girl, my understanding of revenge was as simple as the Sunday school proverbs it hid behind. Neat little morality slogans like, do unto others, and 2 wrongs don't make a right.
If you love me.
But 2 wrongs can never make a right, because 2 wrongs can never equal each other. for the truly wronged. Real satisfaction can only be found in one of two places: absolute forgiveness or mortal vindication. This is not a story about forgiveness.
Next we have Revenge, the complete first season from 2011, starring Emily Van Camp, Madeline Stowe, and Gabriel Mann. Beneath the luxurious lifestyle of the Hamptons lies a dark, dirty secret and a twisted tale of passion, suspense, and ultimate redemption. Enter the alluring world of the rich and ruthless with ABC's Revenge, the complete first season. Wealth, beauty, and power define the residents of New York's most exclusive community, but one woman will stop at nothing to exact revenge from those who ruined her father's life. Witness Emily Thorne's brilliantly vindictive plot against Victoria Grayson, the reigning queen of the Hamptons, and all who destroyed her family. However, even the best laid plans can unravel in the wake of an unexpected love triangle between Emily, the son of her greatest nemesis, and a forgotten face from her past. And to round out TV on DVD this week, we have Perry Mason, the 7th season, Volume 1, from 1963, starring Raymond Burr, Ray Collins, and William Hooper. Perry Mason is an attorney who specializes in defending seemingly indefensible cases. With the aid of his secretary, Della Street, and investigator Paul Drake, he often finds that by digging deeply into the facts, startling facts can be revealed. By relying on his outstanding courtroom skills, he often tricks or traps people into unwittingly admitting their guilt. And we'll round out the home entertainment slate with Blu-rays from the past. And this week we have a large list. The first is War Games, a sci-fi thriller from 1983 starring Matthew Broderick, Ali Sheedy, and John Wood. A young man finds a backdoor into a military central computer in which reality is confused with game playing, possibly starting World War III. War Games is rated PG. The next title is Good Will Hunting, the 15th Anniversary Edition, a drama from 1997 starring Robin Williams, Matt Damon, and Ben Affleck. Will Hunting, a janitor at MIT, has a gift for mathematics, but needs help from a psychologist to find direction in his life. Good Will Hunting is rated R. The next title is Stephen King's Thinner, a horror thriller from 1996 starring Joe Mantegna, Robert John Burke, and Lucinda Jenny. A lawyer is cursed by a gypsy to lose weight. And lose weight. And lose weight. Stephen King's Thinner is rated R. There are also 5 releases coming from Disney. The first is a 2-pack of The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under, both starring Bob Newhart and Ava Gabor. In The Rescuers from 1977, 2 mice of the Rescue Aid Society search for a little girl kidnapped by unscrupulous treasure hunters. In The Rescuers Down Under from 1990, the RAS agents Miss Bianca and Bernard race to Australia to save a boy and a rare golden eagle from a murderous poacher. The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under are both rated G. The next 2-pack is Pocahontas and Pocahontas 2, Journey to a New World. Pocahontas stars Mel Gibson, Linda Hunt, and Christian Bale and comes from 1995. The daughter of a Native American tribe chief and English soldier share a romance when English colonists invade 17th century Virginia. Pocahontas 2, Journey to a New World from 1998 stars Irene Bedard, Donnell Gibson, and Jim Cummings. Pocahontas sets off on a journey to England with Miko, Flit, and Percy. Hearing rumors of John Smith's death, Pocahontas tries to prevent war and battle. Pocahontas and Pocahontas 2, Journey to a New World are both rated G. Next we have The Aristocats from 1970 starring Phil Harris, Ava Gabor, and Sterling Holloway. With the help of a smooth-talking tomcat, a family of Parisian felines set to inherit a fortune from their owner try to make it back home after a jealous butler kidnaps them and leaves them in the country. The Aristocats is rated G. Next we have The Tigger Movie from 2000, starring Jim Cummings, Nikita Hopkins, and Ken Sanson. Tigger goes looking through the 100-acre wood to find his family. The Tigger Movie is rated G. And the last title this week is Lady and the Tramp 2, Scamp's Adventure from 2001, starring Scott Wolf, Alyssa Milano, and Chaz Palminteri. Seeking the freedom to be a wild dog, the son of Lady and the Tramp runs away to join a gang of junkyard dogs. Lady and the Tramp 2, Scamp's Adventure is rated G. Don't touch that MP3 player. The Weekly Podioplex will continue after this short message.
Hi, I'm Keith R.A. DeCandido, international best-selling and award-winning author of over 40 novels, as well as comic books, short stories, novellas, and more. I'm also an editor, currently hiring out through Creditorial, a musician, currently percussionist for the Boogie Nights, and a whole lot more. Hear me talk about my writing and my life, and also do readings from my work on my twice-monthly podcast, Dead Kitchen Radio, part of the Chronic Rift Network. For more information, go to chronicrift.com or to deadkitchenradio.mevio.com.
Welcome back. Next up, we'll take a look at the new releases for Netflix streaming for the week of August 19th to August 25th. August 19th has one title for the stream, that's Piranha, a horror comedy film from 2010 starring Elizabeth Shue, Jerry O'Connell, and Richard Dreyfuss. After a sudden underwater tremor sets free scores of the prehistoric man-eating fish, an unlikely group of strangers must band together to stop themselves from becoming fish food for the area's new Razortooth residents. I'm looking at you for this one, Kevin Batchelder. Piranha is rated R. August 20th is a quiet day, but August 21st makes up for it with 6 titles. The first is Post Mortem, a drama from 2010 starring Alfredo Castro, Antonia Zegers, and Amparo Nogueira. In Chile, 1973, during the last days of Salvador Allende's presidency, an employee at a morgue's recording office falls for a burlesque dancer who mysteriously disappears. Post Mortem is not rated. Next up, we have Payback, a documentary from 2012 starring Eric Schlosser, Margaret Atwood, and Louise Arbour. This is an adaptation of Margaret Atwood's book examining the metaphor of indebtedness. Payback is not rated. The third title is Wreckage, a horror thriller from 2010 starring Aaron Paul, Justin Allen, and John Mallory Asher. The description is simply this: beware. The spare parts may be your own. Wreckage is rated R. The fourth title is Paradise Recovered, a drama starring Heather Wallace, Dane Seth Holbert, and Oliver Luke. A devout young woman learns about faith, living, and love from a surprising source. Paradise Recovered is not rated. Number 5 on our list is Elevator, a thriller from 2011 starring Christopher Backus, Anita Briem, and John Getz. Racism collides with corporate greed when 9 strangers are trapped in a Wall Street elevator, and one of them has a bomb. They will do anything to survive. Elevator is not rated. And the last title for August 21st is The Deadliest Warrior, Season 3, a history television series from 2011 starring Jeff Desmoulins, Armand Dorian, and Max Geiger. In this hypothetical showdown between various warriors throughout history, only one will be crowned the Deadliest Warrior. August 22nd is a quiet day, but August 23rd has 2 titles. The first is Hero Dreams of Sushi, a documentary from 2011 starring Hiro Ono and Yoshikazu Ono. This is a documentary on the 85-year-old sushi master Hiro Ono, his business in the basement of a Tokyo office building, and his relationship with his son and eventual heir, Yoshikazu. Hero Dreams of Sushi is rated PG. The other title is Dark Tide, a thriller from 2012 starring Halle Berry, Olivier Martinez, and Ralph Brown. A professional diver tutor returns to the deep waters after 9 years, following an almost fatal encounter with a great white shark. The nightmare from the deep is still lurking, more carnivorous and hungry than ever. Dark Tide is rated PG-13. August 24th is also a quiet day, but August 25th rounds out the week with Best Laid Plans, a drama from 2012 starring Adewale Akinwuye-Ebahe, Stephen Graham, and David O'Hara. Set in Nottington and loosely inspired by John Steinbeck's novel Of Mice and Men, the film revolves around the powerful and mutually protective relationship between the thuggish Danny and Joseph, a giant of a man with a mental age of 7. When Danny finds himself in debt to a local crime boss, he is forcibly compelled to manipulate an emotionally vulnerable Joseph into participating in a series of underground cage fights from which Danny can pay his debts. Best Laid Plans is not rated. And we'll finish off this week's edition with 2 items in the Quick Flicks. Starting with sad news, Tony Scott, brother of Ridley Scott and director of Top Gun and True Romance, has died of apparent suicide. Reports state that he jumped from the Vincent Thomas Bridge in San Pedro, and some sources have reported that he may have been battling brain cancer. Tony Scott was 68, and he will most definitely be missed. Universal Home Video has announced a pretty cool box set on DVD and Blu-ray, which collects 25 of their most popular films in a special 100th anniversary set. The set also includes a 72-page book, a bonus disc of features, and a CD with music from the films. The titles include All Quiet on the Western Front, Dracula, Buck Privates, Pillow Talk, Spartacus, To Kill a Mockingbird, The Birds, American Graffiti, The Sting, Jaws, National Lampoon's Animal House, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Scarface, The Breakfast Club, Back to the Future, Out of Africa, Field of Dreams, Do the Right Thing, Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, Apollo 13, The Fast and the Furious, The Bourne Identity, Mamma Mia, the movie, and Despicable Me. Now, Schindler's List is in the DVD collection only, but they compensate by adding the Spanish version of Dracula in the Blu-ray edition. A link to the full details will be in the show notes, and this set is due for release on November 6th. If you want to discuss anything you heard on this week's edition, please take a moment to get in touch. You can surf on over to chronicgriff.com and leave a note in the forums. You can leave a voicemail at 888-866-9010 or write to John at chronicgriff.com. You can follow us on Tumblr, tweet us on Twitter, check it in the network on GetClue, watch the classics on Funny or Die, give us a thumbs up on Stitcher Radio, and leave us a review on iTunes. You can also find the Weekly Podioplex and the Chronic Rift on Facebook and Google+. If you decide to pick up any of this week's new releases, why not do it through our Amazon store? You get the newest entertainment at Amazon's low prices and high-quality service, and each purchase you make through the store supports the Chronic Rift. Look for the link in our show notes. The Weekly Podioplex is a Lucky Shot production and is produced by John S. Drew. This is Michael Falkner. Thanks for listening. I'll see you at the theater.